Joining us now is independent journalist Allie Bradley, who's following developments at the border in El Paso, Texas. Allie, what are you seeing there?
Well, in El Paso, Texas, it's more of the same of what we're seeing in Arizona as well. We're talking about multiple deaths are happening in El Paso. It's happening in Yuma, Arizona. I just spoke with the sheriff there in Yuma County as well. I mean, these numbers are skyrocketing for them, and they're all saying that they do not see it getting better anytime soon. So we do have here some numbers right now that the sheriff just gave me earlier this afternoon. And I asked him if those numbers are going to surpass last year, that 35. And he said, without a doubt, they're already going to be surpassing that number. They have seen several deaths in their county, and a lot of it is element related. You end up in those elements, it's just too hot. Smugglers leave these migrants if they're falling behind, and either they drown when they're crossing in these areas, or they end up dying, as I said, out in the elements. And that's what's happening in El Paso as well. They actually had to issue a warning because so many migrants were drowning in the canals there. They had cited at least 5 had drowned in the canals over the last several days, 2 of them just the other day. So they issued a warning to stop crossing there because, of course, people are drowning right there. So, you know, a lot of these sheriffs, a lot of these law enforcement individuals and Border Patrol agents are saying this can't be about humanity right now if we have this many people dying and nobody is able to do anything about it. And when I say nobody's able to do anything about it, it's because these resources are stretched so thin. We've been talking about it for a year and a half now, and the recruitment class numbers are down. They're right now offering to pay people $5,000 if they want to sign on to be a border agent now. 10,000 if they're going to be in certain sectors. And that just shows a desperation level of how badly they need these agents right now out in the field to be on these rescue missions. Let's take a look. We have some photos here of some kind of wild rescues. One of them was in Yuma, Arizona. The other was in El Paso. One in El Paso was someone that was actually on the train tracks, and a Borstar agent who is actually their search and rescue team had to go out. This is that image I'm talking about right there. And they had to use some of their resources, right, to go up here and to rescue this migrant that was stuck on the train tracks for hours. They say that the agent there rappelled down through power lines, of course, risking both of their lives to get that migrant down to safety. Now, there was another instance in the Yuma sector right here where we have a woman that was stuck on above one of the gates that they had apparently tried to climb over, and that's where she got stuck. And they even brought in the fire department. The fire department couldn't get her down, according to Customs and Border Protection. So you see an agent right there on that small, more mobile lift, and that's how they were able to get her down to safety. And both were subsequently transferred over to be processed.
Thank you for watching. Go to NewsNationNow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.